Hi, and welcome to Take Back Time. My name is Penny Zenker, and I'm your host. And today I am excited to talk about some great tools to help you to be more productive in the coming months, especially since we have so little time until the end of the year. And certainly if 2020 was a mess for you, at least we can put in place some great habits and ways for you to focus going into 2021. Today's guest is Mathisen. He is the COO and co-founder of Hold, which is a great new tool that I'm actually working with now. It was released on October 15th, so just recently, and more than 50% of the student population today are using Hold. I think this is Matt will tell us more about that in what context, but it started with students, and now brands such as Coca-Cola, Just Eat, and Disney are supporting the mission. So watch out, Hold is on the move. Hold basically has changed the life of more than 650,000 students since it has launched, because mostly it started in the student area. And Hold helps you to plan your day, become distraction-free, and measures and monitors your productivity. And we're going to hear more about that from Mats just now. Hey, Mats, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
So why, tell us first, what to start your own company and to create software. We already know you have to be crazy, right? I know that because I came from that world too, and it's like a compulsion. What got you so fascinated that you wanted to go out and build a piece of software to support people in productivity?
So it all started when we were students ourselves. We had a big issue. We checked our phones way too often. Like, we were three friends sitting together day by day, trying to get the best grades possible. But what happened is that we didn't get things done. We were multitasking, checking our phones, getting the ping a message from Snapchat. Like, we're not getting all things done that we wanted. And what we started out with was providing ourselves a cup of coffee, or the ones that didn't actually check their phones during class got the coffee from the two others. And
okay, so you kind of incentivized each other. Is if you didn't check your phone, then we buy your coffee.
That's correct. So the fact that we were kind of working this as more of a competition, and number two, that we actually get the prize at the end, that really changed the way we behaved. So we figured out, okay, why not? Maybe other people had this problem, maybe some more students, and maybe we can create a tool for this. So that was the start. So we had 2 more years of our masters in Copenhagen. But we said, okay, let's try to continue the masters while building a tool. So we built a very simple app. Basically, the time you spend off your phone, you get points for, and those points you change to get coffee or a discount from Just Eat, or you can see the premiere tickets or get premiere tickets to the newest film on cinema. And that really worked. And that's where we got more than 650,000 students on board, and actually helping them to focus by creating this very simple tool.
That's interesting. So I have a load of different questions. So first of all, I've been using the tool and I didn't notice the point system. So is that only in your area, or is there a point system in the background that I haven't yet looked into?
So right now there are 2 different tools. There's one student app where the students can exchange their points and get some free stuff. And this is the one that we're building now. That we launched last week, is more of this productivity trainer for you. Gotcha. And that's the one you have been using. So you haven't. So there's no point system there yet. There are no kind of things you can exchange your points for.
But you're planning to incorporate that?
So that's something we will have to look at, how people use it, how people interact with the tool. But we don't want to start there, because we want people, the reason for you to start using Hold shouldn't be to get the free things at the end. It should be actually that you want to change the way you interact with tools and the way you actually get things done. because that's most of the problem, that you maybe have a plan, but you are not able to complete the plan by the end of the day. You put
Right.
a lot of things on your task list, but there's so much thing and you don't know where to start and how to actually get through it.
Right. And a little extra incentive is not a bad idea. So I have some thoughts that I want to share with you after the show.
Okay, yeah.
But so, you know, when I was using the tool, it reminded me of the Pomodoro technique. Are you familiar with the Pomodoro technique?
Yeah, sure.
Was that an inspiration for you guys at all in terms of having the timer aspect so that it's timing you while you're doing your tasks and you can see that little green bar that's going around?
And so that's totally, like, we've been looking at a lot of different techniques, and we started with like what we see as the best way for us at the moment. We time box our day. So we try to we start our day by planning out which task we need to do and try to set up, okay, which one is the most important and where should I start? And then you use this kind of way of actually getting through task by task. You're not trying to shift between. Because the thing that we saw is people typically start on easy tasks, right? Or maybe add in a lot of different smaller tasks just to feel busy or feel that they get things done. But if you can help you actually to plan, like, I think that's the starting point here, like help you plan your day and then get you into the flow. And that's where we see the kind of that you set up you start with a specific time amount for that task. Because then you have a end time, and then you can say I need some more time on it, or I'm finished. And then you move to the next task if you finished.
So did you base this, because there is science, right? I know that there are some articles and science behind why a timer is effective in helping people to stay on target and stay focused, especially for those smaller periods of time. Are you aware of some of that science?
Yeah, so by starting, like, the reason why on our first product, this student app, we started, you have to keep away from your phone for at least 20 minutes. And that was based on science that it takes you 23 minutes to get back to focus again.
Okay.
So there are kind of mechanics that we try to take from science into a product. And that's also why we want to work with experts kind of around the world on this topic, because we have only the experience that we have, like trying to get as much done by the end of the day, trying to help these students focus. But we believe there are so many more people that know more about this. And that's why we want to work with them in order to create the best potential product.
Right. Well, and I think you said, you know, there's a distinction. I think it's really important when we're talking about productivity. And you said it earlier is, you know, it's about getting the most important things done, right? The things that make the biggest impact. And we tend to not always start with those things because maybe they feel overwhelming, or maybe we don't want to do them, or, you know, for whatever reason, maybe we just focus on those urgent things first, and then we never get to the things that are most important. So I think it's important to highlight that for people that are listening, because there's all different types of listeners on this podcast. Some people are maybe beginners to figuring out how to better prioritize themselves, and some people might be more advanced. But I bring it back to getting clear on what those top impact items are. I call it it's the Pareto principle, finding your 20% that's going to make 80% of the difference, right?
Sure.
So I hope that your tool will come up also with some functionality that'll help people to be able to prioritize. Right now it's kind of a list, right? I get to put down, and I love that I get to plan my day, right? So I do that anyway, but this is nice to put it into the system, and it's right there in the Chrome add-in. So it's sitting right there. I pop it up, I see what I have to do, I hit start, and then I focus on that particular item. And for me, and some of the science that's there is also with that tick, 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 right? Seeing the time tick away kind of gives you this sense of, oh, I have to stay focused, right? There's sort of a positive sense of urgency that keeps you on the task. And then I like that it asks me if when that 20 minutes is up, do you want to take a coffee break, or do you need more time? So it's guiding me. And my favorite part to this is you've integrated really fun memes, right?
That's cool.
So it makes it fun so that you've got those fun memes that come up that you know, I pop onto a website that maybe isn't on my list of what I should be doing, and it says, hey, are you sure you want this? And it's like a little person going, no, 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 no. You guys put a lot of creativity into this as well.
Yeah, I think that's also one of the things that we've been trying to make productivity more of a tangible thing. Like, because if you ask a person, are you productive or not? Like they don't know, like what's productive. Like it's different for people and it's hard to grasp. So we want to put a bit of fun into it, but also help you actually feel accomplished at the end of the day. So both being this kind of trainer for you, but also make sure it's fun. And that's what probably we learn the most from working with the students. Like they are procrastinating a lot, and how to keep them engaged. And that's one thing that we learn everything a lot from games as well. Like we add in streaks, we add in like point system, all the different things that make sure that it's more like a game, but you play it to actually get more things done and you end your day feeling accomplished.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, how do you define productivity? It's actually a question I ask every guest because, like you said, everyone answers it differently. How do you define productivity?
So for me, it's kind of the output you get by that I get at the end of the day, how much I actually get done. So for me, it's more to the it's a combined picture of how I plan my day and also how I ended. That's how I see how productive I have been doing that day. And so it's just the amount I've got done that specific day.
Okay. And, you know, if I were to ask you, what's a shortcut for you to help you to be more productive? What's your go-to shortcut?
So probably the first thing I do when I start, it's either like I put my phone away, do not disturb, both on my phone and my computer, because it's like just a small message from a friend or a ping, it could be a sound, will take your mind somewhere else, and then it takes you time to get back. So that's probably the first thing I do. And also, like I was talking about, I time box my calendar from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep. So it seems probably I'm very like structured in terms of how I
and organized, yeah.
But of course, it's not always that I follow it to exactly time frame I've been setting up, but I try to do that. I try to like start the day like this is how I should live my day today. But sometimes you don't know if this meeting goes 1 minute, 2 minutes over, or there's a call I have to take. But try to like work on like more of a single tasking than actually just combining different tasks. And I think another thing that probably I wasted a lot of time on was checking emails. How I kind of control my life working with email. Because if you have your email open throughout the day and you answer every time people send you email, you will spend probably half of your day writing and answering and reading emails. Instead of reading them once, label the emails when you actually need to answer them. If it needs to be answered by today, if it needs to be answered in a week's time, but only check the emails like 2 or 3 times per day, not having it open constantly, because then you feel that you're busy, you feel that things are happening, but it's not the most important thing. You never get to think about this long term.
That's right. You're on that wheel, right? That hamster wheel, and it's you know, you might get a lot of emails accomplished, but probably not the most important thing that move your business or create meaning in your life, right? So absolutely. You know, what I like about what you said, and I want to spend a couple minutes talking about distractions and then we'll sign off, because actually when we talk about shortcuts, you're the first person that I've interviewed that the first thing that they do is remove distractions. So I want to say, you know, no wonder you've created a tool that helps you to focus, because you understand that it's actually more important. And I'm in 100% agreement with you. It's more important first to get the distractions out, because those are the things that are keeping you more from your focus. It's not, I mean, your tool is amazing and it helps you to focus, but if you don't put your phone away, then you're still going to have all those distractions, right? And it's still going to have an impact. So, so I really like that. And why do you think that is for you, that you go to first what to take out that's in your way?
So that's probably the way where we got into the productivity space and know the impact you have by having your phone up and having things buzzing around. That's all the science behind it. That, like, if you think about how many times you like how many days you check your phone per year, like you spend 76 days on your phone per year. It's, think about if you
Wow.
can turn that into more productive work, right? Yeah, so you probably don't have a friend that you spend 76 days a year with, right? So your phone is your best friend, and
It's sad.
and it's sad, but it's
That's
true.
really sad.
And if you think about what we saw when COVID-19 hit, was that the screen time spiked. It was up 60% when COVID-19 hit, and the way we interacted, the way we just were getting all the information into us was something that people never haven't experienced before. Like, they have to control their willpower needs to be better than ever, and that's hard if you don't have a way to control it.
Well, and willpower is exhaustible, right? So it's important that you remove those things from your environment. Don't leave it up to your willpower. Just, have systems and structures that remove it for you. So I think that's the key is, if you don't want to gain weight, then don't buy cookies and have them in the house. That's just, because then you're going to be like, I need cookies. And you're going to go to the cookie bin and you're going to eat the cookies because they're there. So we have to remove these things from our environment. Otherwise, we're setting ourselves up for self-sabotage. We are so good at, we are self-sabotage machines if we don't have systems to put in place to be purposeful.
Yeah, sure.
So I love everything that you're sharing. And I really encourage people to, I want you to share where they can go and download the app, because it's more timely than ever that people just be more purposeful into where they're putting their time, because there are so many distractions. So to have a great tool like that as a support, and then to really block out distractions. So where can they go to get your tool?
You can go to hold.app, so HOLD.app. And then you can just download. Now it's the Chrome extension that you can access. But you also have the phone version coming now. So then you have the cross-platform, that you work both with the phone and with the desktop. So then we hopefully can get people focus on what matters the most and get things done, and also end the day at the time they should, right? I think especially now when you work from home and you're sitting working maybe from your home desk, it's hard to figure out when your workday ends and when you should kind of take time off. The work-life balance is something that I think that we need to focus on.
It's off. It's imbalanced.
Yeah, and that's also interesting to see how now people have been work from home from the first time, maybe getting into habit. Oh, it's so nice. But how will this be more for a long-term basis? Is this thing was nice because it's new, or is it want to be a mixture of going to the office, working from home? Yeah. How to control your time.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Matt, so much for bringing this tool out. And I wish you the best of luck and success with the business.
Thank you so much for having me on the show.
And thank you all for being here. You got to go and download this app. It's really simple, and it's going to make a difference in helping you to stay on target and stay focused, right? That's what we want to achieve. And I also encourage you to go and take a look at distractionquiz.com to find out what your level of distraction is, and put some tools and some things in place to avoid and eliminate those distractions. So thank you all for being here. My name is Penny Zenker. This is Take Back Time, and we'll see you in the next episode.